Hey everyone, this is Dan Newman from Learn to Scale, coming at you with 3 unexpected ways that you can drive employee engagement, especially at the start of the year. And the start of the year is this magical, mystical time when all the noise of last year is just erased and the next year is full of potential and opportunity. So it's this time of the year that you can actually drive employee engagement in new and unexpected ways. Now, obviously employee engagement is a good thing. It's a net good thing. It's going to make your business more profitable. It's going to make your team happier. It's going to make you feel more fulfilled. And the thing is, employee engagement is a series of things that you can do over the year to have people feel like they have an impact of what they do, to feel like they have a place, they can influence others, their relationships matter, and that they have a future for themselves. They have some kind of career, they have some kind of vision of where they're going. And the problem is, throughout the year, that stuff kind of erodes. They feel like they don't really have as much of an impact, or they don't see the results of their impact, or they don't feel like their community really respects them, or they don't feel like they have a voice at their organization. And also, they don't feel like their career is going anywhere. And when your career feels like it's going nowhere, you kind of look elsewhere to move your career forward. Or you just check out at work and you're just kind of the zombie working through the year. Well, it's January, it's the start of a new year. People are less likely to be zombies walking into work on January 4th. Well, I mean, unless they're hungover and stuff, but let's assume that they made it past the 10 a.m. mark. So the fix here is that these different techniques, they're designed to help you find ways to drive measurable, high impact at the organization. That's one way of really boosting employee engagement. Finding ways that people can cultivate this sense of influence, this feeling that their voice matters, and to clarify a vision so that as you move forward into January, people feel excited and motivated that they're going somewhere. So here are 3 different things that you can do right now to drive that engagement. The first is a really tactical, really easy one, and it's just to clear the noise. It's to remove the erroneous things from your to-do list. It's to clear out that email inbox. It's take some steps, and probably the steps you should have taken when pandemic first hit, to really optimize your workspace, your working zone, and your work, your work schedule. So I have cleaned my desk. It looks great. I put things away. I bought myself a quarterly planner, so I'm going to really organize things out. I'm so excited. And I wouldn't have gone and bought a planner if it wasn't the start of the year. So finding ways to kind of capture that mentality. So encouraging people to take some time to get their inbox to 0. You know that feeling when you've cleaned out your inbox and there's nothing there? Oh, that feels so good. Maybe it's taking a picture of your desk and sharing it with the team, saying, look at my new workspace. I've cleaned it, I'm proud, and I'm excited to work. It could also be something like take your to-do lists that are scattered everywhere and try consolidating them. Obviously, learning new habits so that you can use a new planner, that's its own problem. But finding a way to get rid of 12 to-do lists into 1 to-do list is going to clear the noise. And let me tell you, you're not going to regret cleaning your desk. All right, second technique is map the constellation. So mapping the constellation, this is a process by which you identify the most important people, the most important stakeholders in your work, and find ways to really kind of label them all out. So this is what I'm asking you to do is you write down the names of the most important people that you work with, that are stakeholders, that are leaders, that you collaborate with. Write out their names so it's nice and personal, and put them into different categories. I recommend doing something like 2 or 3 buckets so it's simple and clear. If you love the RACI format, I freaking hate the RACI format. The RACI format, you can Google how to do it. It's responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. RACI, I hate it. It's just a way of gridding people into different boxes, which, hey, if that's what you want to do, go Google how to do a RACI. But I think it's more simpler to have most important, kind of important, not as important, or daily, weekly, monthly, the people that you're having these conversations with, that you speak to on a regular basis. Now, the reasoning behind mapping this constellation is that it gives people a real clear sense of who is more important for the work that you're doing. It's making sure that people have really identified this group of people, the most important, or the daily relationships, those are the most important relationships to cultivate. Those are the most important people that you should be checking in with. These are the most important people that you should say, hey, do you want to just chat on a Friday and just get to know each other a little bit better? This is the type of people that you might want to bring into your team meetings so that you can really get to know their problems and their pain points, because that's what's going to drive more influence. It's going to drive more relationships at work, which is going to allow you to get more work done and get more satisfaction out of that work, and thus more engagement. So that's technique number 2, mapping that constellation. Number 1, clear your desk, clear the space. Number 3, set commander's intent. If you know what commander's intent is, this is just a refresher. Hey, you should probably be talking about your commander's intent. For those of you who haven't heard about it, commander's intent is this originally started in the military, where in the event that everything goes haywire, everything breaks, what is the most important thing? What is the objective we're driving towards? Now, at the start of the year, you might have lots of plans, you might have lots of schemes, but what is your commander's intent? What is the one thing that is super duper important that you are driving towards? At the start of the year, it's a special time to refocus on this. 1, because things might have changed. You might have a new strategic focus. But 2, you might have this clarity. You might have this extra motivation to shed the things that are not moving your team to that particular objective, to that vision. It also might take advantage of the motivation people have and apply it to the problems that they're trying to solve. And so that commander's intent is going to refocus them and encourage them to take that new risk, try that new strategy to get towards that ultimate outcome. And that vision makes people feel engaged. That vision gives people clarity. That vision gives people purpose. So at the start of the year, refocusing on that commander's intent is a good way of harnessing the start of the year motivation. If all this is this fun stuff, that clearing your desk and setting commander's intent and just finding ways for people to build more meaningful relationships, you're going to dig the program I'm going to be running at the end of this month, at the end of January. And I'm not going to give you too many details, but what you should do is join the Facebook group, Unreasonably Exciting Employee Engagement. I know it's a lot of words, but it's unreasonably exciting because that's where you're going to hear about it first. I'm going to be running a free challenge at the end of this month where it's going to be focusing on change, motivation, making things happen. So it's a great time if you've kind of like fumbled your New Year's resolution. There's going to be a lot in store. So join the Facebook group, Unreasonably Exciting Employee Engagement, because that's where you're going to find out first about the challenge at the end of the month. But until then, harness that employee engagement, and good luck. Talk to you later.